Hey YouTube, got another video review for you today. This one is from a company by the name of Siberian Coolers. This is their new Sidekick Soft 32. The reason they named it 32 is because this thing holds 32 cans of soda, beer, whatever you want to put in it, but it's 32 12-ounce cans, so that's where they come up with the 32. The color that you're looking at is the saddle brown. It's currently on sale on their website for $159. It's normally $179. It's 100% leak proof, waterproof, airtight. Keeps your food and your drinks cold up to 3 days. Has a 22 quart capacity. It's tear resistant. Has a the handle, or you can use the padded shoulder strap that they give you. And so I just think it's a really good cooler. I've had it a couple months now, and I thought, well, better go ahead and do a review on it. You know, the reason I got this cooler was to take kayaking, just simply because I had a Vibe rotomolded cooler, and the thing was just heavy, even without no ice or nothing in it. It was just literally just a heavy cooler, and it was like a if you want to look it up, it was the Vibe Element 20. So it's not a very big cooler, but you know, like I said, these things get super heavy even without no ice or drinks or anything in them. So, you know, if you're like me and you know you're doing the kayaking and stuff, you don't want to have to paddle around all that extra weight. Plus, you know, having to carry it from usually your truck or kayak trailer down to the kayaks. You're usually walking a pretty good ways with it. So I thought, well, maybe if I could save a little bit of weight and just get a lighter cooler, it would just help me in the long run, be less of a hassle for me. One reason why I like this cooler is because of the color. I ain't even gonna lie, the color I just think looks sharp. It's one of the best looking coolers that I've seen. I also like the fact that you can take a 2-liter bottle and stand up on the inside of this thing. So that's pretty impressive. I could not do that with the old cooler that I had. And it's got some pretty slick features that I liked about it. Here on the front, it's got a dry storage compartment. You're not gonna be able to pack a lunch and stick it down in there, but you put your fishing license down in there, or a map, or just something small that you don't want to get wet. So it's got plenty of places for you to hang stuff on. If you want to hang some carabiners on there and attach it down to your kayak, this makes a good location to strap it down to your kayak, or hang stuff off of it. Let's say you've got some fishing pliers, on a little lanyard you want to hook to it, you could do that. I mean, there's all different kinds of things. I'm not going to sit here all day and talk about everything you could hook onto it, but you flip it over to the back and it's got a bottle opener. So I think that's pretty cool. And if you want to put it on the front, you could move it over here and put it on the latch, the little zipper, if you wanted to. So that's a nice little feature. And it also has this little mesh pocket here on the back. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, the pockets on this cooler, they're not very big. You're not going to be able to fit a whole lot of stuff in there. And, so don't expect when you get this thing that you're going to be able to stretch these pockets way out and fit a ton of stuff in there. That's just not, the way this cooler is designed. The handles on this thing are really heavy duty, like really heavy duty nylon. It's a rip tear resistant type material, and I threw this thing around, and it still looks brand new, and I've taken it out several times, so I'm pretty happy with it. I've even carried it with the shoulder strap, with this thing just loaded down, and no sign of coming apart or none of that. And you can see that it's reinforced right here. And so even if it does come apart, hey, lifetime warranty Now, I will say I've not dealt with Siberian on the warranty. I don't know how all that warranty stuff works, but you know, if you read their website, it's lifetime warranty. I'm sure they'd probably make you pay the shipping, and we're sending this one back or whatever. I'm not real sure, but hey, you know, a little bit of shipping cost is a lot cheaper than having to buy a whole nother cooler. But you know, I really think this is a good cooler that should last you a long time. And fixing to open it up and let you see on the inside. All right, guys, I went ahead and undid the Velcro because it's kind of hard to do while you're filming, and undoing the handle at the same time, so I went ahead and did that. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I got the cooler was, wow, it takes a lot of force to open this zipper. And I noticed that they sent me some silicone, like a gel that you rub on the zipper to make it open and close easier, and so it really does help. Now, if you don't use that, you're gonna have a hard time getting it open, and plus the more you use it, the easier it is to get open. But you can see that there's several inches of foam, and I mean, it's really thick. I mean, there's probably two and a half, maybe 2 inches of foam right there, and the top of it's pretty rigid. And then around the edges, you can see that, you know, there's quite a bit of foam in there. You know, I would say this thing's every bit of as good as some of the Yeti coolers, some of the Softside Yeti coolers that I've seen. And you can see that I've used this thing. I put this ice in here about 2.5 days ago, and when I say I put ice in there, I just emptied what little bit of ice that was in my refrigerator here. I just emptied it out. The whole thing went in there, and it didn't come up to maybe about right in here, so it was nowhere near full. And I put about 6 or 8 drinks in here, and I got in it several times, and as you can still see, there's still ice in it. The water's ice cold. The drinks are still ice cold. And you can see I'm down to like 3 waters. So, you know, this ain't one of those reviews where it's like, hey, you hadn't even used that thing. Yeah, I have. And it works great. So, I definitely recommend it. It does say that there's like a 3-day ice retention on their website, but you know, I bet you could probably get more than that out of it. You know, just depends on the conditions. You know, if you've got it in the direct sunlight, yeah, you might get 3 days. If you've got it, you know, somewhere in the shade, then it probably lasts longer. So it really just depends. So anyways, I think it's well built, and for the price, I don't think you'll beat it. I said earlier that this cooler allows you to take and stand a 2-liter upright. I don't have a 2-liter Coke or anything here with me now, but I do have like an older juice container. And this is just a standard size apple juice container. It's a 64 ounce. And you can see when I stick it down in there, I mean, there's still quite a bit of room. So there's plenty of room for a 2-liter in there. So I find that a great advantage over a lot of the rotomolded coolers. You have to have a really big cooler to be able to stick that in there, you know. And if you're doing this from like what I'm doing is going kayaking, you know, this is just a great cooler, because a rotomolded cooler that will hold several 2-liters standing straight up and still have room in there for ice, it's going to be heavy. And so anyways, I just think this is a great cooler for kayaking, picnicking, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, the color of this cooler is by far my favorite. And so I'm going to wrap this review up, and you know, if there's another product that you'd like to see me do a review on, just put it in the comments, and I'll try to get it and do a review on it. Now, I do have a larger Alpha Series Siberian cooler, and at a later date, when I use it a little bit more, I'll feel more comfortable about doing a review on it. And so anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. And if you go out and you buy this cooler, I don't think you'll be disappointed, because it seems like a really good cooler to me. So I give it 2 thumbs up. So talk to you guys later. Have a good one.